afternoon, everybody. Happy St. Patrick's Day. I hope you're going to take some time at least to put some green on or do whatever, have corned beef and cabbage, I think is how it goes for those of us who celebrate St. Patrick's Day. And I just want to discuss the top 10 reasons to join ASTA. And I can't believe it's been around 90 years. And I will have to say, I have not been around all that time, fortunately. So let's go ahead and get started. So number 10, it's about supporting your trade association. And that could look like several different things. First, I do want to, the most important thing is to join if you're not a current member of ASTA. And because you're on this webinar and or listening on demand, if you use the code JACFAX, you will receive $50 discount on your first year of membership here with ASTA. It'll last, I usually keep it up for about 2 weeks. After the date of this presentation. So that is one way you can support your trade association. Another way is through our grassroots efforts with our advocacy portal. So periodically, you will see, if you're a member, some alerts that come out, and I know you've seen some many times over the last year, about taking a couple minutes to send a note, make a call, send a Twitter, whatever, to your representative in Congress and in the Senate on the local and the state level. And they want to hear from you. They need to hear from you. They can hear from us lobbying on your behalf, but when they get a personal note from someone that these bills and this relief affects directly, it is a little more powerful. And together as a community, if we speak in one voice, it is so powerful. So take 2 minutes, go to asta.org/advocacy and fill out the survey. All you do is put in your zip code and the rest is done, and you just hit send. So it's a really easy option for you to take control and get your voice heard. Another way to support ASTA is to make a PAC donation. So this is our political action campaign. This is how we keep our seat at the table. And I'll discuss a few things in the way we've used that this year as we go along. And I know, times are tough. Everyone's belt is so tight, they can't breathe. But we know, what our work is doing on the advocacy side is so important. So maybe skip that coffee 1 month and put $5 towards ASTA PAC. It makes a huge difference, for sure. And we also, through your support, we get the word out through the mainstream and industry media. So we often send notes out looking for help in getting some questions answered that maybe the Washington Post or the Wall Street Journal has. This is another way you can support your trade association as an ASTA member and say, look, I'm an expert in this field of travel and being a travel advisor. This is what our needs are. This is my story. And, especially if you're a small business owner. And right now, small business owners are being, proportionately affected by this pandemic. So we use these models to get the word out, and we do this through your support as well. So number 9, we have our Career Center. We have started to really build this out again. So if you happen to own an agency or are looking for someone to help, if you're looking for a new position, there's the website to go to. There's a little cost to it, a reduction in cost if you're a member of ASTA to post in there and to look for jobs. Number 8, you have member-only access to several of our benefits. First is the ASTA Member Lounge. This is something that we've used over the last 18 months. We've grown. I think there's well over 3,000 members in this private Facebook group. You have to be a member. And you get unique training in marketing, media relations. You get insight from our experts and industry leaders here at headquarters and some of our partners. And I was saying before, we put exclusive media opportunities in here. And because you're the experts, we want your expertise to answer the questions. And I'm going to put a plug in for myself tomorrow on the ASTA Member Lounge. Myself and my colleague Cara are going to be talking about the Member Advantage program, which you'll hear about later in my presentation, and we're going to kind of review that. So if you're a member of the lounge, make sure you tune in at 2 o'clock tomorrow for my debut on Facebook Live. And if not, and you're a member, and if you join because of this, make sure that you take an opportunity to become a member of this group. It's a great place. We've had Sandra McLemore on here. We've done interviews, and when we had a FAM group go to Los Cabos, they were live from Los Cabos talking about the resort, talking about the protocols and their travel. So it's a great way just to stay connected. And here's an opportunity if you are someone who is excited and geared towards talking and wanting to get the word out. Our media mobilization team is great. Erica has done a wonderful job training our travel advisor members on how to talk to the media, whether it be television or newspaper or magazine. So if you go to ASTA.org, get on TV, and in the ASTA Member Lounge on Facebook is where you can find information. And several of our members have successfully been on television and in some stories recently. So, it's just a great way to learn. It's a great way to up, your game a little bit, and, just people want to hear from experts. So it's very empowering, and it's a way to make sure consumers understand the importance of using an ASTA member travel advisor. And of course, we have our COVID-19 information. Zane had given an industry update a couple weeks ago about this next level of COVID relief. We have information and videos on filling out your PPP, and it's in ASTA.org/COVID-19 member is where you have all the specific and drilled down details. And social media suitcase is another option for you if you want a little extra information on how to post correctly to social media, how to use your Instagram page and your Twitter page for your business. And Sandra does a great job with that, and her tool is discounted for ASTA members, and it's very easy, and she does some free training on the ASTA Member Lounge. So this is something I highly suggest as your clients are starting to come back, you're trying to get the word out that you're ready to travel, that you're ready to take people when they feel safe on their next dream vacation. Next, we have some things for your business. First, when you put your travel advisor hat on, when you go in the office, we have a regulatory compliance handbook. This is free to our members. This is what the Department of Transportation requires of you to book travel. This is free, and you just download it. So if the next day you put on your marketing hat, we have consumer research for you. And if you're looking to hire, our general counsel put together a sample IC contract for you. So again, must be a member to be able to have access to this information. And here's just a little look at the regulatory compliance handbook. Again, you can download it for free as an ASTA member, and there is a cost associated if you're not. So chapters is number 7 on our list. Many of you know that having a good community is also helpful as you are growing and expanding your business, and especially if you're new to the industry, having a network of colleagues and professionals to help you is great, and that's what our ASTA chapters do. Unfortunately, over this past year, we haven't been able to meet in person, but our chapters have taken all that in stride. Many of them have weekly Zoom calls, happy hours. I think the New Jersey chapter is doing bingo next week. So, there's a whole lot going on, and this has been a good opportunity for people to get more active with their chapters, especially if they're in an area that's really spread out. So they've been able to make those personal connections. So take a look at this map, and you can see where you might fit in. And if you don't see a chapter in your area and you're an ASTA member, we would certainly love to help you get started to put one in place in your area. So when we do start meeting again, that's something that that will take off pretty quickly. And our suppliers love to make connections as well with the local chapters. So their BDMs in their regions, often go to the trade shows that they have, and many are doing those Zoom calls just to talk about what's new and exciting in their world. So the ASTA chapter network is very vital to ASTA itself. And on that note, if you are a young professional, next Wednesday we're having a little happy hour. It's like a little meet and greet with some of our regional chapter directors. So in the next couple days, we'll be putting online in the webinars area to sign up. It's going to be a Zoom call. So look for more information on asta.org on that, or you can certainly email me, and I'll be happy to answer any questions. But if this is another good way to get involved with your local chapter and just to meet others in the industry. So consumer leads. As you know, consumers, I think, have begun to understand the importance of using a travel advisor when they travel, especially if they were stuck somewhere this time last year trying to get home. So ASTA has a resource on asta.org, and you can see where you can locate it, that you can respond to the leads that consumers post. So basically, it's like answering an RFP. They'll put their budget, where they're going, the dates, and how many responses they want. And this is free to you as an ASTA member. Again, it's also on TravelSense. So this is our consumer-facing website where your profile as an ASTA member lives as well. So when we are in the media, we direct consumers to visit travelsense.org to find an ASTA member travel advisor to use. And that also has a chat function and consumer leads on this page as well. So education. So this year we saw a huge uptick in our ASTA Verified Travel Advisor program. Many of our members took advantage of this because they were stuck in an office, stuck at home. They weren't traveling like they normally would be. So they took time to, get some more education. So these are the 9 courses that are involved in the program. It's $399. I know we may be offering some specials throughout the year, so stay tuned for that. But you must be an ASTA member to enroll in this program. And it's anywhere from ethics to the legal overview for your travel agency to the art and science of negotiation. So it's a great opportunity to just, stretch and engage your mind and learn something new. Many of our seasoned advisors who'd been in this business a long time really kind of hemmed and hawed and said, I don't need it. I've been doing this forever. They decided to take the plunge this year, and they were blown away by the information they learned. So I've taken a few of the courses. It's challenging. It's introspective. So it's a great way to use some of the downtime you have, because soon that's going to be gone. And then you have this for 1 year. You keep it up for another year and keep your membership, and then you recertify at the $179 price after 2 years. And here's some of the recertification programs that we've added. And you can also take these courses separately, a la carte. It just, if you are not a member, it will cost quite a bit more than if you would be a member. So number 4 is advocacy. And obviously you've been aware of what we've been doing over the last year with COVID relief. I mean, they've done 6,100 letters to the editor. We've had 25,000 participants in the advocacy messages. That's been overwhelming. Our team here, our government affairs team, has been Zoom calling morning, noon, and night. It's been different for them. They're used to meeting people in person, being at that cocktail party or a breakfast or whatever. So it's been a bit of an adjustment, but we are keeping front and center with those that make a change and make a difference. The CARES Act that happened last March, put travel advisors in it to get help and relief. The IC community being able to get unemployment was unprecedented, and we're so proud of those efforts and what happened. And of course, we had another package at the end of December, and you all know the almost $2 trillion relief that came this last month. But it's not enough still. We're still fighting for more coverage, more relief, more PPP, more EIDLs, more benefits. So that's where you come in for the grassroots efforts. And it doesn't stop there. We had been working on your behalf for years prior to the pandemic happening. State taxes were really a huge fight that we had to fight every year. So in 2019, $467 million in new state taxes were prevented over the last 5 years. So our fight has been ongoing for the travel advisor and their businesses. This is what we saved in 19 across the country. It's a lot of money. That's a lot of dollars that were kept in the pockets of small business owners. And that's why donating to the PAC is a great way to help with that process and doing the grassroots efforts, because it does keep us at the table. So number 3 is health insurance. So this started back in 2018. It's been a great benefit. A lot of our advisors have saved almost 40% year over year in their health insurance costs. They also have life and dental and Medicare supplemental and disability insurance, different opportunities for you to save and take advantage of that program. So these are the states that are covered, the ones in white. The green states still do not allow this program, and we are continuing to work on that as well. And you can reach this, again, under resources and look for member programs, and you'll say health insurance. Number 2 is our events. And we know last year was virtual. This year, we are really preparing for in-person events. And of course, yes, it's going to look a lot different. We may have to put caps on some of our attendance depending on the city's regulations, but we are looking forward to welcoming you first into Washington, D.C. in May. We have sold out for this event, May 18th through 19th. There is a wait list. So if the mayor, extends and release, kind of reduces some of the restrictions in DC and we're able to accommodate more attendees, we will definitely be going right to that wait list. So this is May 18th and 19th. It's a good way to come into town and speak directly to your representative and or someone on their staff about your business, about why travel is so important. So May 18th and 19th. Next year it's going to be in June. So I believe it's around the 20th. So stay tuned for that and mark your calendars now for 2022. So we're also excited to have our Destination Expo in Croatia in June 10 through 13. This is going to be a deep dive into learning about Croatia. You're going to personally meet the suppliers and businesses in that country, take the tours that your clients would take, and there's some amazing pre and post events as well. We have, certainly been talking to our partners in Croatia. As you well know, their borders are still closed to Americans, but they are really confident that it will be open in time for us to attend this event. So please do sign up and register before rates go up again. And you can see where to go, ASTA.org/DestinationExpo. In Chicago is where our global convention will be this year. Same thing. We're all suggesting people to register early because we may have to put a cap on attendance. Again, we are at the mercy of rules and regulations of the governments in the state and federal level. So that's my suggestion. And if you still aren't ready to travel, which we totally understand, we are going to have a virtual component to this the following week. And you will still be able to connect with some of our supplier partners as well. So more information will be coming about that, but you can register now for this event in Chicago. We're so excited. In November, we're going to be going to Savannah. This will be a showcase. So this is going to be kind of a smaller destination expo. Again, you'll take a deep dive into the location and meet with the suppliers directly there in the city, take the tours your clients would. This is one city I haven't been to. I hear it's just beautiful. So November 14th through 16, you can register now. And our number one reason to join ASTA is our Member Advantage program. And you've heard me talk about this before. So this is some of our supplier partners that are members of ASTA, as well as outside organizations that give discounts to ASTA members. And here are just a few that we have for you. There's several more where that came from. So you can go on ASTA.org under resources and see Member Advantage Program, and it will take you there and give you the information you need and direct you to the website where you can take advantage of those discounts. So, and again, if you want to learn more about some more of our programs like that, join me on the ASTA Member Facebook Lounge page tomorrow at 2 o'clock, and we'll be going over that. So again, here is the discount code for membership. If you are not an ASTA member, we do really want you to join and help us continue the fight, continue to support the industry as travel gets back to the new normal. As you know, we're working closely with other organizations to make that as smooth and easy as possible. So, and with that, I am happy to take any questions.
All right. Thank you, Andrea. Those were 10 very good reasons to join ASTA, on top of the fact that they've been representing travel professionals for the past 90 years. And let me see, I think we do have a couple of questions here for you. All right, I think this first one is about Legislative Day that you just alluded to. They're asking, they have a question about Legislative Day. Who would they call? Or who can they contact?
You can contact me. I can put my contact information up there. So you can call me directly. I'm happy to answer any of those questions as best I can.
Perfect. And the other question regarding dues, they're asking, is there a renewal discount for 2021?
There is, but you'll have to connect with me directly on that because it's not something that we're publicizing.
All right, perfect. Great. And it looks like that's all the questions for you. That was easy.
Excellent. I like that. That means I did my job.
You did your job well. Perfect. All right. Well, I guess that will wrap things up for today. Andrea, again, thank you very much for the presentation. And travel professionals, thank you again for joining us. We do appreciate it. I hope everybody has a great, safe St. Patrick's Day. Bye for now, and we'll see you at the next one.
Thank you.
Thank you. Take care.